Hey friends, it is Saturday morning, Small Business Saturday. I am Beth. I am the creator behind CrochetrXnc and Creations. I run this business with my daughters, and then we bring along my husband for tech support and the heavy lifting. So we have another market today, and I have not been doing any recording this week. Between the holiday, end of the month, trying to finish out my job, and just trying to crochet in the wee hours of the evening, there just has not been any recording done. So the rest of the cart is packed for our show today. It is going to be a really cold one. It is a high of 45 today. I am in coastal North Carolina, and this is quite chilly for this area. So high of 45, we started out the day at like 28. It is above freezing currently, but just have a few things left to pack, including the bag of makes that we did this week. So I had completely sold out of my jumbo turtles. So I have two jumbo turtles. This one I did in a black gray ombre. That's a Bernat blanket. This one is the aquamarine ombre. Both of these have hand painted eyes. I have not taken the plastic off. So this is a kind of a aquamarine-ish eye. And then this one is a silver. There we go. So both of those are hand painted. Then my daughter finished the snake. She pretty much did it all yesterday. She was not very good at allocating her time throughout the week. I think I showed the eyes last week, but these are, I think I painted these at the same time that I painted the turtles. So there's that. Then I was out of black loaf cats, so I made another black loaf cat. Again, hand painted eyes, if it'll focus on it. There we go. So that. The kiddo made a bunch of cup charms in holiday theme characters. These do not get pictures put on my store due to character and licensing and stuff. We've been out of bees, so my daughter made 3 little bees. I got some Bernat Mystical and tried out a rubber duck. It is like twice the size of my rubber duck in Posh, but he's a whole lot of fun. So this is him. And then I am super low on my multicolored turtles, so I made a bunch of these. So I have 4 more, so now I think I have 6. Not as many as I was hoping to get done this week, but it just, end of the month is so hard for me as I try to get my hours that I need for bills and wrap all that stuff up. And then my eczema is flaring like crazy due to all of the fun food that I ate. I can't eat turkey. Dairy, eggs, even sweet potatoes are on my allergy list, thanks to Hashimoto's. And those are some of my favorite foods. Not turkey though. But, so the dairy, I had some sweet potatoes. So my eczema is flared like crazy. And then all the other fun digestive problems that come with eating things you shouldn't. So that is what we did this week. And my youngest one is staying home today, with it being just absolutely so cold. And the show is an hour and a half away. So she's gonna stay home with the dogs, and all the other critters, but the dogs are what, excuse me, what needs the attention. So I am hoping to make a loaf cat here real quick. We've got about an hour and a half before we have to leave. So I'm hoping I can get one more loaf cat made because the one in this tweed sold, and that should do it. And then next time I will be at the show. Hey friends, it is now Sunday afternoon, the day after the market. So just as a reminder, yesterday's market was a kind of last minute fill-in. Typically on Small Business Saturday, I would be participating in a Chamber of Commerce event for our county seat. And this year, there's been some changeover with the leadership in the Chamber of Commerce, and individuals did not secure the location fast enough. And the previous locations that they've held already had other events booked. So they did not have an event. I then, looked for other events, and I found one from a coordinator that I had done before. This event is in Durham in a more affluent area, and everybody tells me that this should be a great market. The one that I did earlier, late spring, was awful. That one was a $50 event fee, and looking at my records, I only did $107, which doesn't cover my time, my expenses, the gas to get there. This is a 90 minutes away is where this venue is for me. So, but I was looking for something for Small Business Saturday. So I did better than that one. This one had a $60 event fee, and it still was not worth the time. So despite everybody telling me that this should be a great event, this should be a great location, this should be great everything, there is just not the traffic. And this is not for lack of advertising, because I saw it advertised. It was included in Small Business Saturday and Christmas Market Roundups for the area. It was published. It was posted on social media. So it wasn't for lack of effort. I don't know if there's other things going on. I'm not from this area. I don't typically get marketing for this, but because I, I'm subscribed to the location and the host, I see all the extra stuff. So I don't know how much other things were going on that day. I don't know what else it was. The weather was really chilly. It was like a high of 45. So for North Carolina, those people don't cope well. Although everybody carrying alcohol and beer around seemed to be doing just fine. But it again was not the festival. So I will not do any more events at this location. I typically try, give things the benefit of the doubt after the first one. Is it weather? Is it competing events? Is something going on? I've now had 2 that are just not good. And I've had other events that are much better. So it's not, it's just there. So total, we only did $217. It just not worth the time and the money. As far as number of items, I didn't count that up there. So we got 1, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 items, 2 of which were our headbands. Then I had 3 adoption kits, upsells. I didn't sell any of my adoption puppies. I did finish that tweed cat. Nope, I put the yarn away. The red and orange brunette blanket tweed cat that I had mentioned in the setup, or right before our setup. I did finish that, and that thing sold right away. It was like the first sale of the day, so I'm so glad I made that. I did sell another loaf cat, so there was 2 of those. Otherwise, my brontosauruses, my mini brontosauruses, were the most popular thing at 3. It just was not what I needed it to be. As I've mentioned before, I used the proceeds from our craft show for our competition dance fees, charges, expenses, everything like that. And between costumes coming due and our first round of competition fees, I've got like $1,000 of charges between November and December. And unfortunately, $270 isn't going to cut it. So that is what it was. I did watch, not Stacey's, April's from the Cozy Buckeyes Small Business Saturday, Black Friday roundup. Some of those makers that she highlighted there, I already had in my cart. Some of them I, have watched but haven't pulled the trigger on. So I did purchase quite a few patterns on Friday. And so I've got lots of new things to be trying out. I do have 2 custom orders that I need to get to. One is a purple monkey, and the other one is a large sloth. And those just need to be done before Christmas. And things are starting to wind down, so I will probably start working on those here soon. We do have our small business expo with the Small Business Administration at our community college this Thursday, so like 4 days away. And that was a really good event for us last year. I wasn't really expecting much going into it. They'd had it the year prior. I didn't see advertising or whatever for it, or didn't think it was maybe more of a networking thing. But we set up and we did really well at this event last year. So I have higher hopes for this year. Hopefully kids will come back. Certainly being a community college, like half the kids are going to be new, and then the other half may have seen me last year, but I'm hoping that we can get some good traffic for this year. And definitely need to keep our small supplies on hand. I do not know what kind of setup I'm going to be allocated for this. For the most part, you get 1 table, and they kind of say as space allows, you can bring other things to set up. Last year, we had made a really small little U, and we could have made bigger stuff because there were people who didn't show up. So this year, I have told the coordinator that if space allows, I would really like to have a larger setup space. So we will bring our 4-foot tables to go with their 8 or whatever that size was. And then also our 2 collapsible, our 2 folding shelves, as well as our white wire shelving. We can then put the white wire shelving on top of tables to make more height, and we can see, we'll get there, we'll figure out what space we have, and then set up for that. So it's really going to be a very much on the spot kind of setup and figure it out as we go. It is from 9 to 1:30 or something like that. And for some reason I thought it started at 8. We can start setting up just before 8. So we will plan to get there bright and early. Today is the last business day, last calendar day of November. And I have lots and lots and lots of stuff to do for work. So I will probably not be crocheting at all today unless I just can't stare at the computer screen anymore. So I wanted to get this filmed before I changed out of my clothes and threw my hair up in a bun and got my pajamas on. And then send this off. I don't know. Tomorrow should be better. Then Tuesday, I am giving a small talk on, I am one of the volunteer coordinators. I don't know what we call this. Volunteer moderators for homeschooling for college credit. And I'm giving a small talk at a local homeschooling community on Tuesday. So very informal, just, presenting some of the options for incorporating college credit into your homeschool. So I won't be able to crochet as much Tuesday morning, but I can get back into the swinging groove of things after I get past this end of the month push. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I so appreciate everybody staying here. Let me know if you do anything special for Thanksgiving or Black Friday, Small Business Saturday. I would love to hear what you do, or how you celebrate or don't, and how you work through this season. So everybody take care, and I will talk to you later in the week.